The power you have is to be the best version of yourself so you can create a better world. How does that feel? My name is Antonika Chanel, and today we will discuss your most important asset, your health. With everything going on in the world today, I think it's pretty important for us to ask ourselves, what is the most important? Your spiritual health, your physical health, or your mental health? Wouldn't you agree that all three are the pillars of wellness? And I know it's a little tough to place an importance on just one pillar, but all three of these pillars are essential and they should be balanced. Sometimes we might feel deficient in one area more than another and not even realize it. It is normal for human beings to give great value to energy resources like oil and wood to heat our homes and gas to move our cars. However, we ignore the energy within us. We go about our lives thinking and feeling and acting without understanding what makes these activities take place. Every movement of your body, every emotion and thought is an energy in motion. Everything that happens in our physical world and our internal world requires energy. The book Untethered Soul describes it like this. If you have a view and you're trying to hold it in your mind, but you keep on drifting off and you have to willfully concentrate to bring back that thought. And it actually requires more energy to get that thought back. You're creating more energy to deal with your emotions of losing that thought. So how is my physical, mental, and spiritual health affected? All three pillars are the cornerstone of who we are, and in traditional Chinese medicine, there is no separation between the mind and the spirit like it exists in Western thought. Both are inseparable. In Chinese medicine, we place a great importance on the relationship between the human body, nature, and its environment. The human body is susceptible and adapts to change and nature and according to certain principles, and understanding these principles is the core of holistic health. All parts of the system and the body are closely related, and they are cooperative, and they affect each other physiologically and pathologically. The unified relationship between the body and the internal organs are illustrated by comparing the qualities like the emotion, feelings, and behavior to nature and the environment, which helps humans understand the concept of wholeness, which is unique to holistic medicine. Let me explain more about this energy system that we possess. The vital substance that governs the flow of vital energy is called ChiC. ChiC describes the part that makes up the internal and the external parts that balance all three of these pillars of health. But what is ChiC? This is the flow of energy that comes from deep within inside of you. In yoga, it's called Shakti. In TCM, we call it Chi. In the West, we call it spirit. Chi is everything in the universe, organic and inorganic. And energy is composed and defined by its chi. And you have an abundance of it within you. It's always available. You might not feel this energy all the time because it's blocked by either a closed heart, closed mind, or the results of living in a restricted space or stress. A closed heart, a closed mind cuts us off from our source energy. So what does this chi actually do? It motivates, it activates internal organs, it helps us grow, it circulates blood and body fluids, it helps warms us, and it helps protect us from external pathogens. Each organ has its own chi, and the air we breathe has its own chi as well as the food that we eat. But I'm going to tell you about the chi of the mind. The mind is called the Shen, and in Chinese medicine, it is one of the vital substances of the body. It's the most subtle and non-material type of chi. The mind is simple yet complex, and it is housed in the heart. It is responsible for many mental activities like thinking, memory, consciousness, sleep, intelligence, wisdom, and ideas. And it has a mental and spiritual aspect that governs each organ. Mental activity creates energy and holds details about events and experiences associated with them. So when you're unable to allow life's events pass, they stay inside of you and become a problem. And these patterns can stay with us for a long time. But when the energy of mental activity cannot process, the mind's energy will try to release itself through the heart. And this is what creates emotional activity. In Sanskrit, it's called samskara. It means impression. In TCM, it's called stagnation. They are blockages and unfinished energy patterns that runs your life and then physically blocks energy patterns that sometimes result in physical pain. In essence, spiritual health directs mental health, and in turn, it directs physical health. Not always in that order, but these three pillars influence each other. And when your thoughts hold you back, and when you're feeling spiritually disconnected, learn to stay open no matter what happens, and feel excited about the experience and experiencing the moment.